All right, y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. This thing always seems to be like falling off or something. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. It's Friday, people. April the 10th, ladies and gentlemen. Lock in. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Gifted Gamer 204. We back at it again. Like, share, subscribe. Click that link that's pinned at the top to give you exclusive access to becoming an official sponsor of the channel for as little as 99 cents a month, people. It don't get better than that, man. It don't get better than that, man. Now, appreciate y'all being here. Shout out to my brother Chris already in the building, man. Appreciate that, brother. Make sure y'all vote on that poll that I got up there. Smash that like button, man. Know what I mean? I just put the poll there so it could remind you, because I know a lot of people forget. You know what I'm saying? So lock in, people. But anyways, man, yeah, we back, man. We back, and we're gonna talk about a couple things here today, man. We're gonna talk about a couple things here in a couple minutes. We usually just take this time, you know, to say what's up. Let me know if my mic is working good. All right, if y'all could hear me good enough. And yeah, if the quality sounds good, all right. But besides that, man, we take this time to chill, say what's up, you know, before we get into the topics, man. Know what I mean? The news hasn't been that good, right? But I'm kind of like thinking like I can't just be taking that many days off from streaming and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, I might have to like get back to like doing like almost every day, like daily stream, just cover whatever news is out there. You know, I feel like I owe that to y'all, because that's how y'all got here in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know the news has been dry as of late, but you know, there's little things that come out here and there. Even though the news that's actually out there might not be like the best, like, yo, we got breaking news type stuff, but it's still a place, you know, that you could just come in and chill and talk, and we could just have a good time for a couple hours and just bounce. You know what I'm saying? I give my thoughts and opinions on certain things, and that's it. You know what I mean? Mike sounds good. I appreciate that, brother. Hope you good, my brother. But yeah, man. Because if I just keep waiting, right? If I just keep waiting for like the big news to drop, I'm never gonna stream, bro. Like I was thinking about it, and I'm like, what am I waiting for? This is what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? I've been cover the news, regardless of what the news was. It don't matter if it was big or small. This is what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So I might, you know, might have to start getting back to that, man. I might have to start getting back to that, man. You feel me? I gotta stay on the grind, man. I remember I used to drop 3 to 4 videos in a day. You know what I'm saying? In a day. I used to drop like 3 or 4 videos. Breaking news, bang, I was on it. Nobody was beating me to the news. Nobody. Anything will come out, I will drop the video in an instant. Know what I mean? Yo, I do this in real life, baby. Yo, I do this in real life, baby. Know what I mean? So yeah, man, let's see what's up, man. We're gonna break into the news in 2 minutes, y'all. We're gonna get in here in 2 minutes. Know what I mean? I do this in real life, baby. Know what I mean? And that's how y'all got here. You know, so I feel like, you know, I gotta like bring that energy back, you know what I mean? I gotta bring that energy back, man. Yo, make sure y'all smash that like button for your boy. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all smash that like button for your boy, man. Yeah, that's how I found your channel. Listen, man. I know. Because I was dropping so many videos. I know it was in a lot of people's like homepage. My videos had to be there, bro. They had to be there. The amount of content I was pushing. Know what I mean? And we're here, man. We're here, man. Now, we got how many minutes already? Yeah, I think we could get into it. All right, let's get into the topics, man. Enough waiting. Enough waiting. Okay? Okay, let me lower this a little bit. Okay, that's good for me right there. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Like, share, subscribe. Click that link that's pinned at the top. Give you exclusive access of becoming an official sponsor for as little as 99 cents a month. Click the link, become a sponsor. 99 cents a month, people. It don't get better than that, all right? Make sure you vote on the poll and smash the like button for your boy, man. Without further ado, people, let's get into the topics here. Now, y'all seen the thumbnail, right? Y'all seen the what's in the title? Let's get straight into this. For the first topic here, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. GTA 6, they're reporting, will produce millionaires with user-generated content, okay? And that's being reported by my brother Hip Hop Gamer, ladies and gentlemen. So, shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. So this is what he had to say, right? Let me pick this up. That should be good. There's things in Grand Theft Auto that I know for a fact. This is him. This is a quote, all right? That I know for a fact because I got a chance to party with Rockstar, literally. There's a special side mission with a major rapper that left CM Punk bloody by accident. I'm blown away by this game. You've never ever seen a game like this, and this game will produce millionaires. We're living in a time where, you know, UGC is a major thing, user generated content. It's wise and it's worth the wait, because when it does come, especially on PC, if you thought GTA 5 was crazy, especially with the RP servers and everything that they're doing, you ain't seen nothing yet. Now, WCCF Tech went along and unpacked the statement that Hip Hop Gamer just put out there, right? So this is what they gotta say. They say here, now let's unpack this statement. The first appears to be a clear reference to the rapper Freddie Gibbs, who accidentally injured Phil Brooks during the filming of 2025's horror movie Night Patrol. Gibbs' music is featured heavily in GTA 5 and GTA Online. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that his relationship with Rockstar might evolve into a full-fledged side mission in GTA 6. The claim about UGC being very prominent in the next GTA, especially on PC, follows an earlier rumor. Over a year ago, website DigiDay reported that Rockstar has been meeting with Fortnite and Roblox. Remember that? When we spoke about that? content creators to explain its UGC plan. I remember that because we reported it when it came out, which would allow them to create entirely custom experiences for their fans. That report didn't clarify whether Rockstar will actually allow monetization, but Hip Hop Gamer's new claim certainly does. His reference to PC roleplay 5M style servers falls under the same strategy of GTA 6 players' extensive opportunities to customize their own experience. As a reminder, CFX.RE, owner of 5M, was acquired by Rockstar back in 2023. Okay? Of course, all this information remains unconfirmed at the time being. Rockstar should hopefully start lifting the veil that covers Grand Theft Auto 6 soon. Meanwhile, okay, cool. All right. So that's what they had to say. They unpacked everything that Hip Hop said, right? Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. So yeah. This game, as we all know, is going to be generational, right? This is the game that everybody's waiting for. And you know what? The way the gaming landscape is right now, the way gaming period is, especially like multiplayer, you know, GTA needs to come already, bro. Because this is crazy what's happening in gaming, right? So me personally, I might have to start looking into all these things, man. That you be able, like, how to make like RP servers and how to create things like, cause it's true, and I believe it, that you could potentially become a millionaire if you just like dig into this game and make the best out of it. Like if you're a content creator, if you make the best out of this game, you could potentially become a millionaire. I agree 100% with that statement, bro. This game is by far the most anticipated game ever. It's not only gonna be, you know, big in the gaming world, but it's also gonna be big in the entertainment business as well. And there's a lot to look forward to with this game. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, what's good with y'all? Molly in the building, Lazy in the building. What's good? But yeah. This potentially could be huge, man. Now, I'm not talking about my YouTube side, but if we're talking about over there on Twitch, where I'm doing my gaming streams at, I might become a GTA streamer, bro. I'm being dead ass serious. I'm being a dead ass serious. I might have to start learning about this game, what you can do with it, because these other games coming out, is especially multiplayer games, bro, is ridiculous, bro. And the shit about streaming single player games is that when it's something that everybody wants to play, nobody wants to watch the stream because they don't want to get spoiled by the story. So then where's the audience? So it's give and take. It's a give and take situation when it comes to single player games being streamed. You know, maybe some people might stay, but the majority of people are gonna leave. They're like, yo, I don't want to be spoiled by the story because I'm playing the game myself. So then that takes away those fans. And then multiplayer games, there's no multiplayer games out there. There's nothing to play. There's nothing to play. And I'm just not gonna sit around and wait for the next multiplayer game to come in so I can start streaming that. Like, I gotta keep the ball rolling. I gotta keep moving. You know, I gotta grow the channel. I gotta grow you know, my side of things. I have to keep growing. I have to keep going. And what better opportunity than Grand Theft Auto 6, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, damn. I mean, thank you. Yo, Frozen Mac, man, what's good, my brother? So this sounds to like to wrap this part up right here. This sounds like legit. Like this sounds like this could put like definitely this will definitely happen, by the way. Like if you're asking me, do you actually see a content creator becoming a millionaire off GTA 6? Yes. My answer to that is yes. Because there's gonna be so many things to do with this game, right? So my answer to that is yes. Okay, it's gonna happen, bro. So let's see what happens, man. And speaking on GTA 6, right? When he talks about the PC port, there's been a new report. Okay, now we're gonna take this with a grain of salt, okay? There's been a new report out there that is saying that GTA, now this is according to Detective Seeds, right? So that's why I say take this with a grain of salt, okay? Whatever. Grand Theft Auto might be coming a PC in February of 2027, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, Crow, what's good, my brother? GTA 6 might be coming a PC in February 2027, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this game is coming out in November something, right? I forgot the official date. Would you be willing, if you're a PC gamer, are you willing to wait 4 months to play this game? Or are you buying it day one on console? That's the question we're going to have to ask ourselves. Because according to him, he spoke to several, where was it that he put it? This is what he had to say. According to 3 former Rockstar employees that I contacted through LinkedIn, Grand Theft Auto 6 is aiming to release PC version in February 2027. All stated this timeline could shift, but Take-Two and Rockstar wanted to get the game out before the end of fiscal year. I reached out to over 90 people, 3 answered me. So, me personally, I don't listen to what Detective Seas has to say. Personally, me. And that's nothing against him, nothing like that, right? I just don't listen to anything he gotta say. I don't trust what he says, I should say, right? But I'm just putting this information out there, right? Hypothetically, like, if it's coming out in February, are we willing to wait to play this on PC, or are we buying this day one and playing it on console? Because that's the case, we're gonna have to double dip. We double dipping up in here. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm willing to wait. Personally, I'm willing to wait, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Now, yeah, people said the same thing about Enzo, but Enzo ain't Rockstar, ladies and gentlemen. It's not Rockstar. It's not GTA, bro. People could say whatever they want to say about any other game, bro. They could say whatever they want to say. They not Rockstar. You know what I mean? Like, that's a give or take. It's either how much you make the best out of that game, and if people actually want to see that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all depends on the people. Are you interested in watching people play Enjoy? Like, is there content that's, you know, that good that'll keep people interested and locked into your content as you're streaming it daily? What are we gonna do today? Like, in a game like Enzoy. You know what I'm saying? I never played the game, but from what we saw, it was like an updated Sims. And I've played the Sims. I played the Sims, the original Sims when they came out on PC. I played the original Sims, so I know what the game is about. So you gotta have a certain audience for things like that, man. It's like GTA is gonna be, it's worldwide. It's Rockstar mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like that like what Arc Raiders was in the extraction shooter genre. Like, it was that Rockstar, like, it's worldwide. There's so much chaos, you know, memes that you can make out of it, excitement, the gunfights, you know, flares going up, proxy chat. It had so much going for it. The art style. Compare that to like a marathon, and it's just like, you just there shooting. Oh, he's right here. Like, there's no proxy chat. There's no excitement. There, you know, like explosions from throwing fucking trigger nades, like 3 or 4 trigger nades at once and doing there's nothing like that. So it's like, that's like a niche product. That's like to certain audiences. You can only put that to. And when you look at Ark, it's like, it's for the masses. You can do so many other things. So it's kind of like in that perspective. That's the way I see it. Like, GTA is just on another level, bro. You know, GTA is just on another level. So yeah, that's why I feel like this game will produce, bro. Just think of it. Anytime you mention GTA 6, people go. Like, people show up. Whatever it is you gotta say about GTA, people gonna show up. Look at the trailers. Look how many views those trailers got. That lets you know right there what's happening. And wait until the 3rd trailer drops. You know? Now, the only thing I say that cannot happen is they cannot delay the game again, bro. That's it. Like, the game needs to come out in November. No questions asked. Drop the damn game. I feel like if GTA delays the game, if Rockstar delays GTA 6, that could potentially hurt the game, bro. Now, I'm not going to say that, you know, people still not gonna buy it or whatever the case, but I feel like if something like that was to happen, it's gonna hurt the game, bro. People are gonna get sick and tired of just another delay, because if it's that delays, that's going into 2027, probably May 2027 or something like that. You know, that's too much, bro, at that point. So we'll take it, whatever. Like, if it comes out in February for PC, I'm gonna wait, bro. I'm gonna wait. And that's that, bro. Detective C's don't ever be right. He said he predicted studios will close but wouldn't name them. Yeah. I'm buying on console because, you know, they want that ending will be spoiled on the internet day one. Oh, yeah, of course. Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely. In GTA, RP peaked with Phantom and Bruce. This is about to go to a whole nother level, brother. Didn't Seed say that Ghost of Yote was coming to PC within 6 months? Yeah, but I think he retracted that statement, and I forgot what happened. But I think he said that it was like false or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. Yo, Ruben, what's good, brother? I would just wait the 3 months. Absolutely, 100%. I will wait the 3 months. You know, yeah, this game, bro. I'm telling you, like, if you're a content creator, bro, and you just become a GTA content creator, I could definitely see and you're creative with it, with your content, like you're coming out with different things to do within the game and keep it, like, you could definitely become a millionaire, bro. I 100% could see that. 100%. You know what I'm saying? There's certain games when they click, bro, and they come out, you just got to take advantage of them, bro. You got to take advantage of them. Like, you look at what Peanut did with Arc Raiders. That's what I'm talking about. You take a mentality like that and, you know, you get creative with it. Look at the success that Peanut had with that game. That shit, that shit blew up. This man was having on YouTube alone 130,000 people watching him on YouTube side alone. That's without Twitch. 130,000 people, bro. Why? Because his content, the game provided, by the way, okay? The game has to have that it factor. The game provided that for him. It had everything that he needed to create his content, for him to be the entertainer that he is. And look where that got him. It just took him there. So the same could be applied to this game. We all know the amount of things that you're going to be able to do in this game. And it's just going to be up to the content creator to figure out what it is that they want to do. They're going to have to treat it like a job, basically. Like, you're going to have a daily plan, because there's going to be a lot to do. But anyways, that's it right there for that news right there. And listen, man, these games better step up, man. These games better step up, because this shit is going, when this comes out, it's going to be, everybody's going to be on it. And content creators, if you trying to do something, like, this is the game. But you're going to have to get creative. That's the only thing. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. We're going to move on. We're going to move on, ladies and gentlemen. Because, hold on. Let me see what y'all saying real quick before I move on. I would just wait the 3 months. Yup. GTA 6 ending will be Jason and Lucia die in a shootout with the cops. And then you play as their child who's grown up. It could be. They said GTA Online was coming out a month after release. Let's see. Nah, no game is going to capture the success of Fortnite and Arc Raiders in the content creator space. I feel like this game definitely can, bro. This game could. It's like I said, it all depends on the content creator. You know what I'm saying? That's who is it gonna depend on. Like, that's why I keep taking like I use Peanut as a reference, right? With Arc Raiders. His style mixed in with that style of game, the way he is, it just clicked, right? Because he knew what to do with it. Also, he knew the entertainment factor had to kick in at some point. He can't be streamed. Like, I'm gonna use me for an example. He can't stream like me. That I'm trying to win. Like, I'm trying not to get killed. So I'm trying to go in there sneaky and do this and not get killed. That's not entertainment. Entertainment is what Peanut does. You don't care if you die. You don't care if you're losing everything. Your job is to entertain. He knows that. It's all about what you do with the game. You can either stream like you're playing like just to win and you don't want to lose, and you might look like you don't know how to play the game, or you can stream it the way he was. I'm going in, you're going in, bam, 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 shooting. If you die, you die. You just know you making content. You like, he's doing it. Creating content, making memes out of it. So it all depends on you. That's what I'm saying about GTA 6. It depends on you, what you're gonna do with the content. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily Molly. A lot of people benefited from Arc Raiders, bro. All them streamers that he was with, like Hutch, Gingy, Cloaksy, Ninja, who else? Tifu, bro. There's so many content creators that benefited. Nick Merckx from this game. There's so many content creators, bro, that benefited from that game, bro. These guys are having like, bro, these guys are having like 25,000 people watching them as they're streaming. 13,000 as they're streaming the game. All of them. All of them. When Peanut comes in, he comes in at nighttime. He comes in at 8 o'clock at night, Eastern. That's his time. He comes in, he pulling in 95,000 people on YouTube. But during the daytime, you got Cloaksy, you got Nick Merckx, you got Hutch, you got Ninja, you got all of them. And individually, Nick Merckx could be pulling in 10,000. Cloaksy could be pulling in 18,000. Ninja could be pulling in 20. Tifu could be pulling in 20 individually. Individually. They all said it. Yo, we so back. We're back. Why? Because their shit was like this. On the decline. There's nothing to play. When Ark came out, they couldn't believe it. They're like, yo, we back. We're back. These dudes was doing 12-hour streams daily when this game came out. Daily. Because of the fun factor it had. The amount of things, the explosions, the memes that you were doing. Like, it was just insane, bro. It was insane. You know what I'm saying? You know, and people want to be entertained, bro. At the end of the day, people want to be entertained. You know what I'm saying? So, the only thing with GTA is that they're going to have to figure out is that this is going to... GTA is a game that revolves around the music. And if they don't fix that whole monetization with the music situation on YouTube, it ain't gonna go good. Because the music is an essential part of GTA. The radio station has always been, you know, essential to the success of Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? When you get in that car and you turn on the radio, you pick which one you want to hear. You got, you know, like whatever, the hip hop, the rock, the pop, jazz. You know, you got Laszlo over there that you can listen to, like Talk FM and all this. So on the YouTube side, they're gonna have to figure something out, bro, because it's gonna suck that every time you get in a car and you're streaming, you gotta turn off the radio station or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that I see about it. That's the only thing I see about it, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna move forward. The drug dealing mini games in GTA Chinatown Wars was addicting. I want the GTA game to have the same car ramps in GTA 4. Maybe have a drug dealing sim. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. I feel like they're gonna have a lot of that in the game. I feel like they are. You know what I'm saying? GTA 5 produced more content creators than Arc Raiders. I see your point, but a lot of them already had clouds before Arc. A lot of them are. Oh no, I'm not talking about like the. If we're talking about like creating content creators, like, yeah, their time already came when it came to the creation, but their channels were like, the numbers were low before it. You know, you hit your point, but their channels was like on a decline type of situation, you know. But I've seen a couple content creators, bro, come up. I've seen a couple content creators come up from Arc Raiders. But yeah, but let's see, man. That's all I had to say about this topic. We're gonna move on because we gotta talk about the situation happening right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
Now listen. Copyright music is so stupid nowadays. Yeah, I'm telling you. They're gonna have to work something out with that, bro. I'm telling you. They're gonna have to work something out. Because the majority of content creators, they're not gonna be able to stream that shit like that. Especially on YouTube. They're not gonna be able to, bro. It's bad, bro. At least on Twitch, they'll probably get away with it. But on YouTube, absolutely not, brother. You're not getting away with that. But anyways. Yo, here's my boy Paul Tassi, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, here's my boy Paul Tassi, ladies and gentlemen. He's checking in on Marathon after a month of the official release. Okay? Now, this is what he had to say. He had a few bullet points, okay? Number one, Marathon has excelled with his user score, right? Currently at an 88% positive review on Steam, 4.5 stars on PlayStation, and 4.1 on Xbox out of 5. The point being that most players who have actually purchased the game like it. More reviews have come in from critics for Marathon in time, where it has been pushed from the high 70s to now an 82 Metacritic on PS5, which includes notable scores from bigger outlets like Game Informer, GameSpot, PC Gamer, IGN. About 2 weeks ago, analyst firm Alinea estimated that Marathon has sold around 1.2 million copies sold across all platforms. I confirmed with my Bungie sources that was close to accurate. Marathon had previously hit number 2 on the Steam revenue chart ahead of launch. Also near accurate is a 478,000 daily active user count in its first weekend. Though that dropped to 345K more recently, that data is 2 weeks old, however. As I previously reported, the majority of Marathon's player base is on Steam, as confirmed by my sources. Alinea reports it's at 70%. That report said that average playtime was 28 hours on Steam, with 22% of players at more than 50 hours and 7% past 100, indicating a hardcore fan base immediately latching onto the game. Those numbers will have gone up since then. Marathon did not chart inside Steam's top 10 at launch. It released with 88K concurrent peak on its largest platform. That is a drop from 143,000 peak during the server slam, and the game is now $40. Since launch, just over a month ago, those peaks have dropped by 68%, where the game was recently hit a 27,000 peak at this time of writing. Marathon's Ultra Endgame activity, Cryo, launched on Friday, March 20. The tick up players was only slightly above that of a normal weekend increase. Marathon is now the 106th most played game on Xbox. I do not have full PS5 data, though it did chart on its top 10 list at launch. Marathon is 78th in daily active users on Steam at the time of writing, 82nd in top seller. I can confirm Marathon's budget is over $200 million. Likely more than 250 million. That does not include ongoing costs for maintenance and new content now.
Finish him.
It's over. It's over. It's over. Let me explain something to you. That this is an extraction shooter. Okay? Which was already a genre for the hardcore audience. Not everybody was an extraction shooter gamer. I wasn't an extraction shooter gamer. I've never played extraction shooter. Except for Helldivers. But in that case, I don't really see it. Yes, I understand why it's an extraction shooter. But it's not that serious, brother. Well, I left a couple what the thing that you had to collect in the world on the planets. I forgot what they were called. I lost them. Whatever. But besides that, I've never been an extraction shooter. You know, I never heard of Tarkov before all this. I never heard of these games. So that tells you that this is a niche genre. Only a certain amount of people play this game. For Sony to go ahead and spend $300 million for Sony to go ahead and spend $3.6 billion is absolutely unheard of, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely unheard of. 300 million. I told you. I said, y'all, this game has to have over 200. I was just talking about that. I said, I'm pretty sure this game has over $250 million in development. I told you that. And here we are. I mean, look. I just told you this. The game, if you play the game and you see it, I told you, it smells like money. It smells like money. You can tell the amount of money that was put into that game. You can see it, bro. You can feel it. Comparing it to like an Arc Raider. You can feel the difference, bro, between the two games. That shit feels like a AAA premium product. $250 million, brother. We looking at 300 million. And for the player base to be only at 10,000 concurrent players is absolutely disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Yo, let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. These people go ahead. Joe Ziegler, who's the game director, goes ahead and tells you this game might not be for you. I want you to think about that. You're trying to sell me a product, and I go and you tell me that that product might not be for me. Even though your boss has given you $300 million to produce that product, but you come and tell me that the product ain't for me. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Does that make any sense to you? And the fact of the matter that Sony goes ahead and tells them That sounds like a great idea. You're Bungie, right? Yeah, you know we made Halo, right? That was us. Yeah, you know we made Destiny, right? That was us. Sign them. That's a done deal. Bring them in and give them $300 million for that extraction shooter. Bro, I don't understand how these people think. I don't understand it. I cannot understand it for 1 second, bro. I can't. It doesn't add up. I was telling Lazy the other day, like, bro, these people don't have like kids, families. Herman Host don't have a family of his own, and all these high executives. Like, take the game home with you and let your family play it. Like, yo, what y'all think about this game right here? Yo, this is an extraction shooter that Bungie's working on. You know, this, that, and the third. I want you to try it out. Like, have your own family try it. Like, take it home with you. Let them try it. Like, go ahead, play. Tell me what you think, kids. Daddy, this game is trash. It's trash? Yes, Daddy. It's trash. I don't like this game. Well, how do I get the gun? Well. These kids will have a million questions about the game. They'll be like, yo, take this off. Get it off my screen. Go ahead to your trash ass customers is gonna buy this. This game is trash. Here. That's the response that they were gonna get. The fact we come in. This is how, and this is the problem with Bungie. They're too stubborn. Why? Because they're loyalist, right? That just and this is why I can't stand people that are so loyal to a brand. I can't stand it. Because it's everything that they do is like, yes, but yeah, and like you try to say something negative. Yeah, but you gotta understand. Yeah, but if you look at it this way, yeah, but if you compare it to this thing, yeah, but like you talk about PlayStation, something bad. Yeah, but Xbox. I'm not talking about Xbox. I'm talking about PlayStation. You don't got to compare it to another company to know that what that company's doing is bad. You don't got to compare it to the other company. And this is the thing about Bungie. These people are so stubborn, bro. When they invited everybody over to play the beta, remember when all those news outlets went out there to Seattle, all these content creators went out there, there was no proxy chat. There was no solo QAs. They still had questions about the game. Like they didn't fully understand it. They asked them about the end game. Like what's going to happen? Like what is it that, like, what's the end game here? Like what's the ultimate achievable goal here? They didn't have an answer to that. They say they didn't want proxy chat because it was too toxic. They didn't want solos because the game was not meant to be played solo. So this is already, so you take all that into consideration, right? This is already a niche genre in extraction shooter. Plus you're adding your own set of rules to it. Think about it. You're already eliminating people by just being an extraction shooter. But now it gets better. You won't have any proxy chat. You won't be able to play this game by yourself. You won't be able to play this game as a duo. You need 3 people to play the game. End game, don't worry, that information is coming out later. Fast forward, the end game is trash. Fast forward, the end game is trash. I mean, who would have thought of this? I mean, this is a complete disaster. Fast forward, you know what happens? They decided to put in proxy chat. They decided to put in solo queues. they decided to now put in duos. You know what the problem is? This game was not intended to be played as a solo, so there's no point in playing the game as a solo. There's no point to it. All the odds all stack up against you if you go in there as a solo. You gotta be playing this stealth game like if you play Metal Gear Solid or some shit. Brother, I have a gun in my hand. I want to shoot. I want to shoot. I don't want to try to be stealthy, getting into the hauler, getting in here, looking for something, try to sneak out of there, going up in here, make sure nobody sees me. I don't want to do that. I want to point my damn gun and I want to shoot it. Bang, 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 bang. That's what I want to do. I want to bang out. I want to be stealth. I don't want to do that. So, the odds are stacked up against you if you go in there solo. Duos is absolutely straight garbage. Garbage. The map is dead. There's nobody around. Mind you, they kept you so to one map per testing, which I can't. I don't even understand, brother. Like, I don't understand how is this even possible. How they would like limit you to just one map per set, like per testing, so they can collect the data and see, brother, who are you, brother? And this is to Joe Ziegler. Who are you? What is all these rules that you're putting into this game, bro? Like, what is all that? What? No, now they put proxy chat, right? Fast forward, nobody even talks in this damn game. Why? Because they know talking to there's no talking to be had. The hell are you gonna talk about in this game? I see you. No, you don't. I'm the assassin. I'm right here. Bang. There's no player interaction in here. There's none of that happening up in here. You see how they try to play it like, remember those little trailers leading up to the launch where they try to add like the proxy? Hey, don't shoot me. I'm over here. Bang. Yeah, next time you're gonna kill me. Like the little, it was so cringe, bro. The little trailers that they try to add like to let the people know that they've implemented proxy chat. It was so trash. So trash. This game, Bungie, they made the wrong game. I could only imagine the type of game Bungie could have made if this was a different genre, like a arena shooter, or anything else. Any other genre besides Extraction. I could only, with this type of money behind it, with the level of quality that the game has, with all the visuals, with those cinematics that they've put out, with the music that's in the game. Like, I could only imagine what the success this game could have had if it was something else. This could have been a huge successful game if it wasn't an extraction shooter. And that's the thing that's killing the game. Because there's no vision. There's no, like, cryo was your end game. Okay, now what? You need $5,000 worth of inventory to go into cryo. If your inventory is not worth 5,000, what you're coming into the map with, if it doesn't add up to 5,000, you can't enter it. But when you enter it, the AI is at an all-time high. There's a bunch of them everywhere which you have to kill. Why? Because they're the ones that drop those key cards that you need to keep moving to the next level and the next level and potentially try to extract, which, by the way, there's no extraction point in the map. There's only one. And you know how you find that extraction point? What Bungie said? You have to listen for it. You can't open the map and see it. So you gotta be like this. Shh. Be quiet. Everybody be quiet. Y'all hear it? Nah, I don't hear shit. You hear it? I don't hear shit. So now guess what? $5,000 down the drain. Goodbye. See you next time, buddy. See you next time, buddy. It's straight trash. It's trash. The map is great. You know, it's fun. If it didn't have all those limitations to it, you could have a great time shooting the AI. The gun feels great. Everything about it, cool. But you need $5,000 to get in there. But you got to be level 3. First, you got to reach level 3 to extract. And then you got to actually find the extraction. And by the way, there's other teams in there who are trying to shoot you. It makes no sense whatsoever. Sony spent over $250 million. They up to the $300 million mark, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to understand that. Okay? I don't know if this includes what they've paid content creators to stream their games. I'm pretty sure this is just a development cost. I'm pretty sure this is all that is. Like for the soundtrack, you know, the voice actors, and the development of the game. I'm not sure if this includes everything else outside the marketing and all that stuff. I'm not sure if this includes like the content creators side of it and all this, that, and the third. I'm not sure, but the game is now being faced with cheaters also as well. It's a lot going against it now. Me, honestly, thinking about it, I'm giving this game the max that I'm giving this game is another 2 months, bro. In two months, I see this game with like 2,500 concurrent players, and at that point, it's gonna keep going down, and at some point within this year, the game is gonna shut down, bro.
Finish him.
This game is gonna shut down, bro. You cannot spend over $300 million and keep thinking to yourself that a 18,000 concurrent player is flexing. You're not doing anything with that number. You're not flexing. That's not a flex. 18,000. You still haven't made profit yet. You're not making profit. You're not even breaking even. I want you to think about that. Does he say this here or no? No, I don't think he does. He don't say anything about that. I need you to think about that. You're not even breaking even with this game. You only sold 1.2 million copies. Probably 1.3, whatever. Let's give him 1.3. Right? You spent over $300 million. You're not breaking even. You're in the negative. Also, your store to buy skins is trash. Where are you winning? Bro, look at all the negatives that I'm pointing out to you. That even your storefront is trash. You got no weapon skins. You got no skins for the runners. And when you do, it's only for a specific runner. It's not for all of them. Bro, you're even excluding people that are playing your game. How is it that you're dropping new skins, but you only drop them for a specific runner and not the entire lineup? Think about it. Does that make sense? You're even taking people out of the game that are playing your game. Yo, this shit doesn't make sense at all. I'm playing with the medic. Why you not giving me a new skin? I only see assassin with a new skin or the thief. They're the only ones that got a new skin. In the premium bundle, Vandal is the only one with the premium skin that she has the black and white with the X's and looks like a rock star. Why doesn't everybody get a premium skin? Even the premium bundle that had the like paint like splattered all over the skins, it was only for 3 of them. But what happened to the rest of the crew? They don't get a premium bundle skin? Think about it. Straight trash. Okay? Straight trash. The game is going to die. And there's nothing that the loyalists can do about it. Because the loyalists ain't even spending money in the store to try to keep up with the money that's being put into the game, because even their store is trash. There's no microtransactions in the game. It's trash. It's trash. So where's the money coming from? There's no money coming in. There's no money coming in. There's nobody playing the game. Nobody's in the microtransaction store. So where is the money coming in? There's nobody watching the marathon streams. Where is the money coming in from? The game is gonna die unless they do a massive like turn and do something so creative. But I doubt that's gonna happen. It's Bungie, bro. It's Joe Ziegler. The dude is just stubborn. He's into his way or the highway, and that's just the bottom line. That's it. The game is cooked. So now you got Concord that they spent at least $200 million on Concord, because I know the report came out that it was $400 million, but the game was already in development and this, that, and the third. But they bought the studio and they put money into the game. I'm gonna say they put in about $200 million to Concord. Now we're looking at Marathon. They put over, excuse me, they put over $300 million into Marathon. That's $500 million. Besides the $3.6 billion that they used to buy Bungie. Where we at? We at $4 billion. Just by that. Bungie, Marathon the game, Concord with Fire Sprite. $4 billion right there. You got Jason Blundell, who they bought. They put a little bit of money into his game. I don't know how much, but that's money spent. You got Fair Games with Haven Studios. I forgot the chick's name. She's out the building. That's money they spend on that. They still working on Fair Games. How much money being put into Fair Games? I'm going to say at least $200 million. We looking at potential I'm going to say $4.5 billion right there with the people I just mentioned and the game I just mentioned. At least $4.5 billion right there. And people want to talk about PC was the problem. That's why Sony's failing, because they're focused too much on PC.
Finish him.
There's your problem right there. That's your problem right there. $4.5 billion. Now, no single player games in this generation. Everybody looking at PS6 now, which you're going to get into in after this topic here, right? It don't matter what the price is. It don't matter what Sony does. They're going to go ahead and buy a PS6 and forgive PlayStation for everything that we got this generation. Without telling PlayStation, you know what? You're going to have to prove yourself for what you did to us this generation. You're going to have to prove yourself. No. You know what they're going to do? PS6, baby. That's your problem right there. We've gotten nothing this generation. When I tell you nothing, we've got nothing. Marathon is dead, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got to say. Marathon is dead. I'm giving the game 2 months because, you know, I don't say the game is going to die right now because Sony will look so stupid to go ahead a month and a half after launch to go ahead and shut the game down. They will look so stupid, bro. It's not even funny. But I just remembered. May. Okay, so next month, Sony is having their quarterly what's that shit called? Their quarterly financials or whatever. Next month, we're gonna be reporting. We're gonna wait till those numbers come out, and we're gonna see what, you know, Lin Tao has to say about all this. Shout out to Lin Tao, man. Lin Tao's a G. He a G. We're gonna see what Lin Tao gotta say. She gonna come up in here, but like, Marathon has been released about a month and a half. And we still not where we want to be with the game right now, but we see that we're gonna make some changes. What changes you gonna make? You gonna shut it down? Or I wish I was a shareholder. I would have raised Miss Tao. Miss Tao. I've been looking at the Steam charts. Why nobody playing your game? Miss Tao. Have we broken even yet from the amount of money that we spent on this game? No, we're not even close to it yet. So what the hell are we doing? I'll be looking at the other shareholders like, yo. You know when you're trying to bump somebody when they sit next to you, like, yo, what we doing? Yep. Yo, we still gonna be fucking with you? What the fuck we doing? Motherfuckers ain't doing shit. And they won't leave PC? Yo, y'all leaving PC for real? Y'all thinking about that? Well, brother. Listen, man, this shit is done. All right, this shit right here is finito. Pack it up. Take your asses home. All right, they're gonna split up Bungie. They're gonna put them into different studios, things like that, whatever the case. They're gonna be helping out other studios. But Bungie is gonna be absorbed, and it's gonna be a done deal, finito, case closed, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Because according to Moore's Law is dead. The PlayStation 6, according to Moore's Law, is dead. Now I watched a little bit of the video, right? This video right here, okay? I watched a little bit when he was talking about it. You know, he's talking about the tariffs, if they're gonna include tariffs. If not, this is how much it's gonna be. Blah blah blah, blah yada yada yada. Right? Right? So, thankfully, WCCF Tech broke it down. So I won't have to play the damn video. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Marion, what's good, brother? Yeah, Valorant got the best skins. They gotta take notes. They gotta they gotta take notes from their own game. Oh wait, who you talking about? You talking about Bungie or you talking about Arc? Sony is dead, dog. They can keep that overpriced AMD dog shit. Put 5090 and PS6 30 core CPU and full because BC and get the fuck out of Oh shit. She gonna say it was a success like Ghost of Yote? Absolutely not, brother. Yes, they're leaving PC. Okay. We don't need no studios. Just let Mark Cerny make all the games and be done with it. Facts. The game Valorant by Riot. Oh, yeah. Which is where he came from. That's where Joe Ziegler came from. And yes. So, yeah. They could take notes from Valorant. And they could take notes from any other. Like, a lot of other games make way better skins, bro. 100%. And, yeah. So, here is his prediction, right? Because he said, I want you to know that he also said in the video that before he was doing this, like YouTube and all this, his main career was like to like analyze products and give an estimate, like like he worked for a professional company, like not just him, like he's doing here, like a YouTuber. No. His job was to predict how much a product was going to cost. So he will have to look into all this information, right? Like, what's this? What's the average cost of this? What's you know, in 2 years, where do we see the market in 2 years from now? Is it going to be this? So that was his primary career. That was his job. So then he goes into all this, right? So I just want to give you like the context of it. So, this is what he comes up with. So, I'm going to just leave that there. But the full price here is for the PS6 handheld. He's looking at $500 MSRP. But if they decide to add in the 30% tariff, that could be bumped up to $650 for the handheld. Right? Now, you're looking at the PS6. He's looking at an estimate of $750 MSRP. Now, if they include the 30% tariff, that price could be bumped up to $950, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
Now, you ask me, that price is too damn high. That price is too high, brother. Me personally, I said that I think that the PS6 is gonna come out at $799, at $800. That's why I see the PS6 coming out at. I just can't see. And you know what? And let me just say this. Because the fact that the PS5 Pro right now is $900, the PS6 is either gonna have to be $1,000, or if it comes in lower than $900, which is the PS5 Pro, then what happens to the PS5 Pro? Like, they're literally going to have to stop producing the PS5 Pro, which then is going to put, you know, the people that bought PS5 Pros into a kind of like in an unwanted like situation. Like, I don't know. It's to me like I see that like something weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's gonna be a weird feeling to see that happening if that's the case. You know? So because it can't be, the PS6 can't be lower than the PS5 Pro. It just can't. With Sony still producing PS5 Pros, we can't. I just don't see that happening. It don't make any sense because the PS6 is gonna be way better than the PS5 Pro. And you got the Pro at $900. That means it's gonna have to be $1,000. If it's less than $1,000, it gotta be less than 900. And where does that leave the Pro? That's all I'm saying about that, right? They gotta have to figure that out. But anyways, it's too damn high, anyways, brother. Like it's too much. Of course, this is very early. We don't know what the PS6 is capable of doing yet. We know that the PSSR is probably gonna be at PSSR 3 at the time it comes out, which is supposed to be next year and during the holidays. But you gotta ask yourself, brother, are you willing to pay $1,000 for a PlayStation 6? We don't know if it's coming with a disc drive, with a stand, with a game, with the PS Plus subscription. We don't know. We don't know. So, are you willing to pay that much money, bro, for a PS6? $1,000, bro. And knowing what they've done the previous generation, which is the PS5, which they have given us absolutely nothing. Are you okay? Are you okay with that? And there's still people buying PS5s right now. That's why I'm saying this PS6 is coming out way too soon, bro. Way too soon. And I just don't see a world where people are going to be running to the store to buy a PS6, bro, at $800 retail price. I don't see it, bro. People running out to buy PS5s right now. They've ran out to buy the Pro before the price went up. You know, so you think about it. All those people just bought a Pro right now. The PS6 is only coming out a year and a half later. You're going to go ahead and buy a PS6? You taking so many people out of the market for the PS6 because of what you did with the Pro in raising the price and making them go and buy the Pro. So it's just, especially the way like people are with money in today's world. Like it ain't looking good, brother. It ain't looking good, brother. It's not. And to me, I'll just tell you, save your money and buy a PC. Save your money and buy a PC, brother. That's what I would tell everybody. I will not tell you to go ahead and buy a Pro and go ahead and buy a PS6. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially with games still running at 30 frames. Absolutely not. 100%. But anyways, that's it for this topic here. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. I'm gonna show you that later. I'm gonna show you that later. Anyways, what's this here? What we got here? PlayStation State of Play potentially set. I'm gonna do real quick with this. It's set for April 16. What I've seen about this is that it's and this is according to Nate the Hate, by the way. So we could get a State of Play next week. Nate the Hate don't miss. You know, he was the leaker of the year last year, voted by everybody on Reddit. So, you know, everybody trusts Nate the Hate, right? We're getting a State of Play next week. Potentially, it's gonna be full of third-party games. Maybe one PlayStation Studio game, but it's gonna be mainly third party. People saying you are they gonna show Wolverine? No. I can't think of anything else. Saros, they might drop a pre-order trailer up in there somehow. You know, another whatever. Marvel Tokon, probably. But these are things that we don't need to see. Like, we already know they're coming. We played the beta for Tokon. And this is the issue I have with these state of plays. Because it's like, where are the Sony games at? We're not going to see Wolverine in here. We're not going to see Intergalactic in here. We're not going to see Cory Barlog's game in here. So what the hell we going to see in here? Another trailer for Saros. Another probably trailer for Marvel Tokon with the new characters or whatever. And any other partnership that Sony might have with another company. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to be streaming that. We're going to see what they got to show. That's going to be April 16th, which is, I believe, is a Thursday, which they typically do their showcases on Thursdays. So this could be on the money, okay? We're going to see what happens, all right? So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Make sure y'all tap in. We're going to be live for that one, okay? I was going to show y'all this, but I don't think I think I showed y'all this already. I'm not going to play it. This is one of the directors that was working on Last of Us Factions 2. What he had to say about the cancellation only 24 hours before before the announcement of the game. I don't know if y'all want to listen to that, but this is him talking about it. He found out 24 hours before that the game was being canceled. You understand that? This guy says here that he put everything he had into that game. You understand that? You understand that? That means Sony don't care. Sony don't care. If you and this is going back to Bungie, right? We got to go back to Bungie on this situation. Let me pause this damn music because it's bothering my damn ears. This is going back to the Bungie situation. When you listen to this man talking about this game, you listen to him and what him and his team was doing for this game, putting everything he had into this game. He was putting it all out there. He talks about it. Right? Mind you, this is your premier studio in Naughty Dog. Premier. Okay? Premier studio. Top of the line. One of the best in the business, period. And you have a company like Bungie, because this is what's being reported. Now, after hearing what he said, I just don't know how true that is. That you're going to have a company come in like Bungie and tell Naughty Dog, stop doing that game. And tell Sony why Naughty Dog should stop doing that game. And Sony and Naughty Dog go ahead and say, you know what? You're right, Bungie. You know what? Why, Bungie? What do you have? Y'all doing something? Yeah, we're making Marathon. This is how you make a game. What y'all doing? Y'all gotta chill. Because it's not gonna go good. We got Marathon. We're gonna show y'all how to make a multiplayer game. Brother, after you listen to this man talking about the game, and you go back and think about that it was Bungie who told them to cancel this game, it doesn't add up to me. And if that was really, really the case, bro, if that's really what happened, like for real, nobody should buy a PlayStation 6.
Finish him.
Nobody should buy and make Sony pay for what they've done. Nobody should buy a PlayStation 6. They took factions away because of Bungie. Bungie told them to do it. They took it away. Right? They bought up all these studios that I'm not even going to get into. The Havens, your Dark Outlaw games, your Team LFG with your frog type game. Where the hell they at? Where the hell is Team LFG with their frog type game? Where the hell are these people? Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. You look at everything that's happened. No game from Naughty Dog. No game from Cory Barlog. I'm going to try to fast forward and not think and just go through whatever, because I'll be here for hours. No game from Naughty Dog, no game from Cory Barlog. You canceling all these studios. You took down Blue Point, even though you bought them for being a remake studio because you like what they did with Dark Souls. But now you go ahead and tell them they need to make their own game, which they're not accustomed to do, what they're not used to doing because they never done a game. But now you're holding them to the standard that they need to create their own game. Hello? Hello? I hire you to do this. If I'm hiring you to work on my math problems and I'm going to expect you, you know what? I need help on my science projects too. I'm going to allow your expertise in math. I'm gonna say that you're good at science projects as well. I'm bringing your expertise from the math and bringing it over here to this subject and expect you to come out with a banger, to come up with ideas like this and just bring it to the table? No, you hired me because this is what I do right here. You need help in this department right here? This is what we do. That's besides the point, right? Everything they look, bro. Sony is lucky that they locked in Insomniac games, bro. Without Insomniac, PlayStation 5 generation would be straight trash. 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 These people are so damn lucky. And you know who put Insomniac with Sony? Sean Layden. You know who the people hate on social media? Sean Layden. You know why the people hate Sean Layden? Because he introduced Sony to PC gamers. But without Sean Layden, PlayStation wouldn't have bought Insomniac. And if PlayStation don't buy Insomniac, PlayStation would be in the fucking gutter. Because PlayStation has done absolutely nothing this entire generation. See how that works? You see how that works? You see that, right? Meanwhile, Cory Barlog's ass is probably sitting in a fucking rocking chair somewhere with his feet up because ain't nobody telling him shit. Anyways, this shit is trash. Nobody should be buying a PlayStation 6. Nobody. Nobody. Make Sony feel it. Make them feel it for what they did. Make their asses feel it. Hey, you gave me nothing. You want me to turn around and spend $1,000 on a PS6, $200 on PS Plus Premium? Because that's about to go up. I hope you know that. It's $160 right now for premium. That shit's about to go up to $200. Okay? You want me to spend $1,000, $200 on a premium, $100 on a disc drive? That's $1,300, ladies and gentlemen. You want to buy the $80 game that's going to be coming at launch? That's $1,400, ladies and gentlemen. You want to keep going? You're going to buy a headset, which is probably $150. That's $1,500, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, we're gonna keep it moving because Sony knows how to get them. And here they are with this trash ass 007 controller that they got coming out. Look at this. Wait. You see? You see something like yo? Yeah, yo, bro, yo, Molly. There's something wrong with you, brother. Meanwhile, Astrobot was the highest Metacritic game ever put out. Meanwhile, Spider-Man 2 went 0 for 12 at the Game Awards, trying to discredit Insomniac's input in PlayStation 5's entire generation. This is what we got to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Live in full effect. This is what we got to deal with. This is what we got to deal with. Brother, I need you to understand, right? I'm going to name you the game. Look at this. Look at this. Spider-Man 2018, Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2. They go through the biggest hack ever seen. People's social securities were out. People's addresses were put out there where you know these game developers rest their head at with their families, you know, where their families live. You know, they got kids and shit like that, wives, public addresses, social security numbers, you know, where your entire existence comes from. Fast forward, Wolverine comes out. That's a game in every 2 years. 2018, Ratchet and Clank, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, Wolverine. Five. And it only took them this long with Wolverine because of the hack. If not, we would have gotten Wolverine at least in 2025. Yeah, we would have gotten Wolverine last year if it wasn't for that hack. They've put out a game every 2 years. Where the hell is Cory Barlog at? No. Ain't no other studio doing nothing. They giving the same type of budget to Housemarque to make the same damn game that Returnal was. Because why? Because they gave them the same budget. What else can you do? What are you gonna do? Housemarque's games are niche. They make a certain style of game. You go ahead and give them the same budget, they're gonna make the same game again. There's Like they don't know where else to take that job unless they got more money that they could come out with newer ideas. They're gonna come with the same game. Ghost of Yote, they gave them the same budget as Tsushima. Yote was basically almost identical to Tsushima. It had that fun. It had that factor, that fighting mechanic that everybody loved about Tsushima. That's why that game is so fun. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into all that. Let's get back to this. Here's Sony with their trash ass limited edition controllers that they always put out. Okay, here it is, which is what I always say, right? They always do something out here. They always leave this area blank, right? No no creativity, nothing being done over here. This shit is straight trash. Okay, you look at this angle right here, same controller. The back, of course, is gonna have the name and it's gonna have whatever, blah blah blah, right? That's it. That's all it is. You like that controller? Guess what? $80. Oh, I'm sorry. $85, I should say. 85 plus tax. You're looking at $90 for this trash ass controller right here. $90. Okay? For a controller that is gonna get stick drift within the first 2 months of you using it. So $90 is going down the drain. And this is what I can't stand about PlayStation. That they don't put the same effort into their elite controllers, which is the wireless edge, and give people the option to either buy it as a standard or buy it as a edge controller, which is the same thing that Xbox be doing. They put it as a standard and they'll give you the elite controller as well. You decide which one you want. PlayStation don't do that. I'm not going back to a standard controller. I can't. That's it. I'm already using the elite controller and it's the best controller I ever played with. I'm not going back. It's not happening. As even if the controller looked good, I'm not going back. Because I know it's a standard controller. It's like PC gaming. I ain't going back to console, brother. I can't. That's it. The box has been opened. Clear. I can't go back. Anyways, that's PlayStation right there. Where we at here? What was this? Okay. Let me try to get through a couple of these a little bit quicker, right? So, according to the report, the State of the K3's 2020 announcement trailer was just a concept, the studio head said. So this was a Word document at the time that Xbox released that trailer. Back in 2020, when the Series X was about to release. They say here the trailer was done by Blur. It was all pre-rendered. It represented, I think, a concept, right? Wait, let me back up. Let me do this one first, right? Because this is a quote. No zombie deer, Holt replied. That trailer in 2020, there really wasn't a game or a game team. When we were working on that trailer, it was so early, you know, and I think that there wasn't even a team. I mean, there was like 4 or 5 people. The game was in a Word document. That was really like the very beginnings of software. The trailer was done by Blur. It was all pre-rendered. It represented, I think, a concept. Our thoughts at the time of what might be cool to explore in the State of the K3. And as we've had the chance to build a team and get going on the game, some of these elements are going to persist in the game that we deliver. And some of those things were just like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing zombie animals. Close quote. Okay, so this is him on a podcast that was saying all that. You know, this was Microsoft trying to sell a console, trying to show you these IPs that everybody comes like knows, and you know, everybody gets excited, nostalgia kicks in. Oh, you know, so this was them trying to do that. They jumped the gun. I wouldn't necessarily say they're lying, because the game was coming. Yes, the trailer was fake. But they knew the game was coming at some point. I don't agree with what happened. I'm not saying that I'm agreeing with what they did. I'm not. It's not. That's not the way you do things, right? Especially if the game is 6 years later and the game still hasn't come out. So you know what? Let me take all that back. That shit was trash. Cause I just thought about it. We're in 2026. Hello? 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 We're in 2026. You showed me this trailer in 2020. The game's still not out. Now they decide to come out, and now the game is going into alpha beta testing. Now? Hello? Hello? That shit is trash. But this is what companies do to try to sell you a product. They'll do things like this to try to sell you a product. So this is why you can't be such a loyalist to these companies, because they'll do whatever it takes, bro. It don't matter. They'll do whatever it takes to try to sell you a product, bro. And this is exactly what Microsoft did. You know, the game was in a Word document. These people go on and make an AI generated trailer just to try to sell you a console. A console. Nasty work. Anyways, unbelievable. Let's keep going here. We got S Game making a statement here about the whole AI situation that they got going on, okay? And this is Soulframe who wrote this statement. Soulframe is the S Game CEO, okay? He's the CEO of the company. And this is what he had to say here. Phantom Blade Zero is currently in the intense final stages of development. With the time we have left, we are pouring every available resource into pushing every aspect of the game to the absolute limit of our capabilities. We are fully aware that a profound technological revolution is unfolding around us. However, to this day, every single piece of content in our game has been crafted by the hands of real artists. We will not use AI visual tech that could alter our artist's original creative intent. Our character models are built upon 3D scans of our phenomenal cast, who also provided the facial capture performances. The voice acting in both Chinese and English has been meticulously refined by our dedicated actors and directors, complete with full lip syncing for both languages. The prototype for our weapons are drawn from the vast arsenal of traditional Chinese weaponry. Sometimes, to better understand how a weapon's weight and length impacts movement, we have master swordsmiths forge real replicas. Our combat is motion, captured by over 20 highly experienced martial artists. To capture the most authentic kung fu techniques, we consult directly with the masters and inheritors of traditional martial arts schools. When we need authentic swordplay, we invited sword masters from Mount Eming. I don't know how they pronounce that. When we needed lion dance choreography, we brought in lion dance masters from Guangdong. Of course, we also visited many stunning locations across China, from ancestral halls in Fujian to ancient towns in Zhejiang, and even old steel factories in Beijing. We scanned these places and reimagined them in unexpected combinations to build something truly original. The visual identity we created and defined as Kung Fu Punk. The game also features a series of guiding maps. They are not AI generated, nor are they digitally paintings at all. They were hand drawn using Chinese brushes and zhuang paper, rice paper, by young artists from the Chinese painting department at the Central Academy of Fine Arts. We firmly believe that human artistry is not merely a means for creating value, it is the value itself. S Game didn't just hire a group of developers to make a game. Rather, in our pursuit of continuously building an exceptional, passionate team, we decided to make a game that everyone here could be deeply proud of. We can't wait for you all to experience the difference in Phantom Blade Zero in just a few months. Thank you, Soulframe, S Game CEO, creator of Phantom Blade Zero. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
Did I do that? Did I do that? Yeah. Shout outs to Soulframe. Shout outs to S Game. This is one of my most anticipated games this year. Right here, Phantom Blade Zero is going to win Best Action Game at this year's Game Awards. It's gonna win it. I could feel it, bro. I just could feel it. I can't wait for this game, bro. This game is gonna be incredible. You know what I'm saying? You listen to everything that this man just said. They giving it everything they got. And that's what I like to hear. Everything, brother. The music, the combat, the weapons, everything was done. Handmade. And it's like he said, bro. It's not merely a means for creating value. It is the value itself. It doesn't get better than that, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get better than that. So there that goes. Because, and I bring this up because they are linked to the whole NVIDIA AI, using the AI DLSS 5 that came out that everybody was having a problem with. And, you know, Phantom Blade Zero was one of those games that was in there, along with Requiem and a couple other games. So this is why I'm bringing this. He had to make this statement, and here it is. So to make it clear, what they're doing to build the game, everything is handmade. Okay, there's nothing about AI. Okay, now when you use DLSS 5 and all that, and it generates the picture that it's going to do, that's something totally different. So them partnering up with NVIDIA and things like that, that's just for them to showcase what DLSS 5 is gonna be capable of doing. So I'm guessing NVIDIA needed a couple partners to showcase that technology, and S Game agreed to it. But that doesn't mean that S Game is using AI to create the damn game. They want to make business with NVIDIA. They trying to get a couple dollars. So be it. So be it. Because you would do the same thing. If NVIDIA comes to you and tells you, I'm going to give you this amount of money, I need you to be a partner with us. We've got DLSS 5 coming. it's gonna be the hottest thing in the market. Can we use Phantom Blade Zero to showcase that? He go ahead and put on his glasses. Huh? Huh? You gonna pay me this much? Huh? Sure. Here you go. That's all. That's all this is. That's all that happened here. That don't mean that they went ahead and used AI, okay? I just want to make that clear. Let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of AI, I'm not gonna get into this. I just need to let you know that Take-Two has reshuffled its entire I think they completely dissolved the entire AI division that they had. They said that they weren't impressed. They were completely disappointed. And here's a quote, right? Here's a quote real quick. I'm just gonna read you this quote. It's truly okay, here it is. It's truly disappointing that I have to share this with you, that my time with Take-Two and that of my team has come to an end. Luke Dickin, who became Take-Two's head of AI in early 2025 after a decade at Zynga, wrote on his LinkedIn on Thursday. He added, "We've been developing cutting-edge technology to support the game development now for 7 years. These folks know how to match innovation and novel problem-solving approaches with strong product design chops to create systems that empower people throughout the development workflow." So, Take-Two, Strauss Zelnick, he wasn't happy, and he completely dissolved the entire AI team. So that's that, okay? So we shouldn't be seeing any of AI. If we go by what Strauss Zelnick said, we shouldn't be seeing any AI generated stuff in Grand Theft Auto. He says that everything there is just like Soulframe said, created by hand. So that's gonna be spectacular, brother. You understand what I'm saying? These are facts, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you understand what I'm saying? Anyways, we're gonna keep moving because we got here our latest report coming out of Star Wars Eclipse. Development is making very slow progress. Excuse me. According to a report on Insider Gaming, quote, very little progress over months. While it is believed a solid portion of the game has been finished, but in regards to the content, they still need to wrap up things. Things haven't been going so well. Back in December, a source claimed the game at this stage is still looking to be years off from completion. So we probably won't see this game at this stage. They say here, the long-term outlook is less driven by creative capabilities and more by financials viability. Should Spellcasters fail commercially, NetEase is expected to reevaluate its commitment to the studio and could opt to discontinue further investment, ladies and gentlemen. There that is. Okay. If you was looking for that game. Did you cover the Kazan story? Nah, I haven't covered it. I actually didn't bring it to the stream today. I'll try to find it though. If I could find it real quick. Hold on. After this. Let's keep going. PlayStation's hunting for its biggest fans. It can scan their faces and put them in games, starting with Gran Turismo 7. There you are. There you go, Molly. Right there. I'm not getting into this. This is nothing new. Also, this is only gonna be for a limited amount of time. They don't go into specific details like that. But they put something else here. Where is it? There is more. Okay. So the winner also, it's a competition that they're having. So you will have to like apply for you to be in it. The winner also gets to meet a designer, and together they'll create a custom fantasy logo and a one-of-a-kind vehicle livery to be permanently added to the showcase menu. So, PlayStation wants you to scan your face and do all that good stuff. for them to have that information. Okay, you interested? Interested? There you go. This is nothing new to me. I've been scanning my face in NBA 2K since like 2014. I want to say was the first time they introduced it. 2014, I believe, or 2015. It's been over 10 years, okay, that I've been scanning my face to NBA 2K. There's nothing new. Your information is already out there, just in case you're hesitant, just in case you think, oh, I don't want them to. They already got your information. Okay, so let's just put that out there and get that out the way. Okay, if they want to find you, they'll find you. They know what you look like. They know where you live. They know where you sleep. They know what you every day, what you look like every single day. They know what you wore that day. Okay, everything. So let's just take that out the question right now. Okay, this is just, you want to be in the next Gran Turismo? You a PlayStation fan? Come on down, ladies and gentlemen. Come on down. And you'll have the chance to be in the next Gran Turismo. There that goes. Anyways, we're going to keep it moving. Because apparently a Metal Gear Solid movie is in the works. Okay? And this, who's going to be producing it are the Final Destination Bloodlines. They made Final Destination Bloodlines. They're the ones that are making the Metal Gear Solid movie. This is on Hollywood Reporter, by the way, which makes the shit official. Okay, this is what's actually happening. Yeah, see right here, Final Destination Bloodlines. They made the movie. So if you want to see their work, you want to see what they could potentially be bringing to the movie, go ahead and watch that one, and you probably get a sense of that. Also, signing the dual. Okay, so Sony. All right, check this out. They are so in demand. Speaking about the duo, that Sony Pictures has snared them, signing the duo to a sweeping and expansive first look deal, which covers all of the studio's film labels. These brothers are sitting up there when it comes to Sony Pictures and all that. They up there. So it looks like they had a deal with Sony, right? Under the deal, Lepowski and Stein newly launched company Wonderlab will develop films for the duo to direct and original projects that they will produce for other directors. The focus is creating wildly fun. Check this out. Their focus is to create wildly fun, commercial, character-driven, genre-bending films. They are currently meeting potential executives to help lead the company. As part of that deal, the duo will direct Sony's Columbia Pictures adaptation of Metal Gear Solid, the pioneering video game created by none other than the GOAT himself, Hideo Kojima. It will mark the first time the blockbuster title, a stealth combat game with sci-fi and spy features, would be brought to the screen. Father and son team Avi Arad and Ari Arad are producing the feature. Zach and Adam are thrilling storytellers, masters of visuals and suspense, and the two of the most impressive directors / producers working today. So, with projects across all companies' film. Okay, so that's it. It looks like they had a deal. Oh, wait. They did something else. The deal deepened signed relationship with the studio where they already developing multiple projects, including an animated Venom movie. Also, look, they're doing more stuff with Sony. This is all included in the deal that they made with Sony, okay? They are working on multiple projects, including an animated Venom movie for Sony Picture Animation, which they are directing. They are also developing the original sci-fi epic, The Earthling, for Columbia Pictures. So they're going to do that as well. So it looks like these people are doing a lot for Sony Pictures. And hopefully everybody likes what they do. Okay, so that's it right there. We could potentially look at who could be playing. Solid Snake. I already saw a picture of what's this guy's name? Isaac. Is it Jonathan Isaac or something like that? I think it's that he played I forgot that Disney Plus series that is a Disney character, a Marvel character, Moon Knight. Moon Knight. He played Moon Knight. I think it's Jonathan Isaac. They're saying that he could potentially be playing Solid Snake. And listen, if that's the case, they better scrap this movie immediately. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If they pick this guy to play Snake, they better scrap that movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, let's keep going. There's a quick gameplay I want to show you for Exodus. It's like a minute long, so let's check out this gameplay, right? This is the Exodus game that's supposed to be coming out. Hold on. This is the new age, what you call it? Mass Effect. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let me bring up the volume. Let's see. Okay, so extended gameplay this summer, so we could potentially at this year's Summer Game Fest see some more gameplay as it pertains to that game. Okay, what do we got with this? Let me see what I had here. This is the PC release 2027, and this is the Forza Horizon 6. The reviews started coming out. By the looks of it, a lot of people that played the game said that they enjoyed it and they liked it. That the world looks beautiful and things like that. Just play a little bit of it so y'all can see it in. Somehow. Whoa, the Exodus? Yo, that shit made no sense whatsoever. I was just letting it play, bro. I was just showing y'all, Well, listen, man, crazy.
New day here at Horizon Japan. So if you're listening in your car or you're kicking back on the bullet train, well, enjoy your day.
This is the opening sequence of the game, by the way. Like, this is the opening right here. So it's gonna take you through all the different race modes that you'll be able to play. How they all start. They all start the same way. So this is that sequence right here.
One rising star hoping to secure that purple wristband is Nakamoto Midori. To show they have what it takes to ascend to the next year of competition.
We got that. Yeah. Woo. Get that Porsche. That 911, you heard? Get that 911, you heard? But yeah, I'm just showing that by the looks of it, a lot of people that played it liked it, okay? That's it. That's all I want to say about that. The shit about those racing games, bro, that I like is that, you know, you get to drive those cars that you can't afford. And it's just what drives me, like, to play these games like that. It's just like I want to be able to drive the Lamborghini Revuelto and shit like that, you know? But yeah, that's that. Let me see, cause okay, so I got it here. Okay, so this will be like the last set of news, right? Because this is what Crow was talking about. So, despite good reviews, the first Berserker Kazan development team reportedly dissolved over disappointing sales just days after Nexon CEO praised the game. Okay, this was reported 2 days ago. Okay, on April 8th report from Korean outlet Yonhap News, citing a statement from a Nexon official, says that personnel has been moved to other projects that will benefit from their experience. So Neon apparently claimed this doesn't represent the dissolution of the Kazan team, but the future of the game, which was updated as recently as March 31st, is murky. He reached out to them for clarification. They have a quote here. The first game in the series, the first Berserker Kazan, was released in 2025 and delivered a hardcore action experience tailored specifically to Western audiences, Lee said. Kazan demonstrated that Dungeon and Fighter can travel. We are now preparing for its China launch, which will further validate its long-term potential. Okay. Elsewhere in the briefing, Kazan is mentioned as part of a publishing agreements with Tencent to bring high potential Nexon games like the Finals, Arc Raiders, and the first Berserker Kazan to millions of new players in China. High potential or not, it seems that the first Berserker Kazan wasn't cutting it at Nexon. The company said last year, despite good reviews, it had missed sales targets. Yet even then, it stressed the value of getting folks into Dungeon and Fighters indirectly. Quote, the game made its global debut on March 28 with strong ratings from both players and critics. Nexon said in an earnings call at that time. While Q1 revenue was below our outlook, the game achieved our objective as a strategic first step in a multi-year plan to introduce Dungeon and Fighter IP to a global audience. Okay, they talk about the game there. I have some hope for okay, so that's what that's what it was. This is just them talking about what they expected and things like that. So for the people who play this game, right? For the people who play this game and enjoy the game and everything like that, what you're getting out of this is that you're not getting a sequel. And this is supposed to be the first of its series. So potentially this is kind of looking like a they were potentially trying to do like a Black Myth situation where Black Myth is the series. Now they had Black Myth Wukong. Now they're going to have Black Myth Zhangui. They're probably going to have Black Myth something else after that. Okay. So this is essentially what they were planning on doing with this. But now that's not going to happen. That's not the case here. Due to the sales. How many did this game sell? Let me see. The game sold 1.5 million copies since the launch in March of 2025. What was the Let me see something. Hold on. I gotta find this out. It doesn't say how much money was put into the game. I can't imagine it was a crazy number. But apparently 1.5 is not enough for this company, for Nexon. Which is crazy to me, because you see other companies out there, you know, like Konami. Konami does that a lot on their social media. They do that a lot. Like if the game sells 1 million, they'll put that shit out there like it sold 10 million. They're like, yo, the game sold 1.2 million copies. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. We working on Silent Hill, this, blah, yada, yada, next. We're working on something else next. Thank you for buying 1 point whatever million copies of it, right? So it's crazy that this company doesn't see it that way. Now, like I said, I don't know how much money went into the game, but I can't imagine it's that much money that was put into it. So it's kind of disappointing seeing this take place. Because, bro, they sold 1.5. Give them another game, bro. Like, hello? Hello? You come out with a DLC or whatever for this game. You know, you could sell more copies. You could still sell. You could get up to that 2 million copies sold. And that number, that 1.5, was from the release. So we don't even have an updated number as far as how much that game sold. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty, they should be at least 2 million copies sold by now. That don't deserve another game? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Problem is too much competition and people stick to older games. Lies of P, though, that did decent. No, but this did decent too. Yeah. 1.5. That did good too. So that should have definitely, they should have definitely given them a sequel, because they like the way they made the game. You can tell. That's why they want them to work with other teams to help them out in other areas. You can tell they like the way the game came out. It's just the sales. It didn't hit the expectations. That's all it is. That's all this comes down to, bro. It's the numbers. So here we are. But yeah, like I said, it's just weird seeing two different companies work, how differently they work. Like I said, when you compare Konami to this one, Konami they be excited when they sell 1 million copies, bro. Compared to this, and it's like they're not excited. So it's just weird. It's weird to me. Know what I'm saying? But here we are. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's wrapping up the topics here today, ladies and gentlemen. Can we drop bombs up in here, please?
Finish him.
I'm gonna look back a couple of y'all comments, see what y'all said, any questions, comments, concerns. We're gonna last a couple minutes here. Let me pull up some trailers, and then we out of here, people. And then we out of here, just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I had a lot to cover today because I haven't been streaming for a while, but I'm planning on streaming almost daily to keep up with the news. So the stream shouldn't be as long like that. Okay. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it, people. Hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all time here today. You know what I mean? What's the word, man? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see what else I got out here, man. Yo, Lazy, did you see Ninja talking about he's gonna take a break from streaming indefinitely? Bro, the head of PUBG Studios. You see, this is the problem, right? Hold up. Pause this. The head of PUBG Studios says that Arc Raiders has proven that extraction shooters have huge potential, and that's exactly why they're building Black Budget. So they are now going to make their own extraction shooter. I would too if I had millions of dollars. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna post it on the Discord. Oh, let me show you this game real quick. Yeah. They don't understand, bro. Arc is a light. It was like lightning in a bottle, brother. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna replicate that, bro. That's it. Everybody was looking for that hit, and Bark was the one that hit. Go make something else. Let me show you this. I don't know how real this game is, but this look kind of fire. It's called Better Than Dead. It's like a brutal body cam FPS, hyper realistic. It's in the 80s, 90s Hong Kong. Speed and precision. Woman is kidnapped. Returns to document revenge. And you gotta hunt those on her list and rescue other victims. So let me show you this. It's quick though, it's quick. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Again, this is Twitter, so it looks trash. Look, it looks better if I do it like this, bro. It looks better like that. Looks like it's like in early development or something. It has potential. It has potential for sure. Make it full screen? Hold up. Is that it looks ugly, bro? You know how Twitter, bro. It ain't no 4K. That shit look ugly, bro. He's being electrocuted. That's why it's moving like that. But yeah, it's like fast paced, you know. It has potential. Yeah, it has potential, bro. Yeah, they just got to do it right. A new Metro title to be announced next week. Insider Nate the Hate confirmed. I don't know if y'all big on the Metro series. So, according, huh? What that mean? What health that mean? So, according, let me pause this. After tens of thousands of votes, this is a game rant. They put out a list of the top 10 games ever created. And this is according to the votes that people put out there, okay? So here it is. Red Dead Redemption, ladies and gentlemen, takes the #1 spot according to the fans voting. Elder Scrolls Skyrim comes in #2, Elden Ring, The Witcher 3, Batman Arkham, RE4, God of War 2018, Metal Gear Solid, Cyberpunk 2077, God of War Ragnarok. Do y'all agree? uh There it is, people. Brother, the fact that God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok is there, the top 10 best games ever created, like, brother, man, says a lot. No Zelda game in here? You can tell, you know, that these are new age gamers that are voting in this shit. You can tell, bro, by this list. You could definitely tell. You can definitely tell. %. Let's see where Marathon is sitting at right now. 17,000. I had a 26,000 24-hour peak. Oh, hold on. Let's watch this Paris Lily unboxing a new something that Xbox sent them. That's about Project Helix. Let's see this. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Let's see what Paris has to show us, okay? Let's pause this. Here it is.
Package, and instead of me just taking a picture, I figured, what the hell? I'm going to unbox it. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, I do want to thank Xbox for sending this over, but let's see what we got in here. Project Helix, and it looks like I have a hat. Cool. A message from Asha Sharma, the new Xbox gaming CEO. And this says, thanks for being on the journey with us. Let's bring that again. I'm going to take all this out the box and I'll show again. Well, we got that. Then it looks like we got a Project Helix t-shirt. And what's this? Looks like a Project Helix. Oh, it's all in black, but this is a sweatshirt. And then finally,
And the hoodie.
a Project Helix hoodie. And actually, I'm gonna be taking an international trip pretty soon, so this will be cool. So that's the inside of the box there, Project Helix. Gonna put that down there, and let's show all this off again. So this is the sweatshirt, or not sweatshirt, this is the hoodie. Pretty cool. And then this is the actual sweatshirt. Like I said, Project Helix here is in black. And then here is the t-shirt, Project Helix. There's that. And then finally, like I said, the message from Asha Sharma, welcoming us to being on the journey with Xbox, as next year, we assume Project Helix will be a reality. But I'm looking forward to this. I know some people like to say it's a PC, but hey, they also say it's a console too. Ultimately, who cares? It doesn't matter. But this is the beginning of them starting that conversation. It'll be interesting to see what they say at the June showcase. And then obviously they'll have the milestone on November 15th for the 25th anniversary of Xbox. So I'd assume we will start hearing a lot more about Project Helix over the coming weeks and months. And then as we go into 2027, maybe we'll actually see the hardware itself and what the proper name will be. So again, I want to thank Xbox for sending over this package for Project Helix. I will definitely be rocking this hoodie very, very soon, so I do appreciate that. So until then, I will talk to you again soon.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, it's Paris.
Paris Lily. Oh, snap. Xbox is at it again. Oh, snap, man. Yo, shout outs to Xbox, man. Yo, shout outs to Xbox. Yo, it's all good, Ruben. It's all good, brother. And there you have it. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They getting ready for that June showcase, you heard? Oh yeah. Everybody's rocking their Project Helix merch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for y'all today, man. Yep. Anyways, man. That's all I got for y'all today, people. Okay. Appreciate y'all being here. Hopefully y'all had a great time here today. We'll try to be back here on Monday. Okay. Hoping something good comes out throughout the weekend. And yeah, I'll see y'all back here Monday if anything, man. It's your boy, the Gifted One here, people. Like, share, subscribe. Click that link that's pinned at the top so you can become an official sponsor of the channel, people, for as low as 99 cents a month, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me close out that poll. Bang. Appreciate y'all. For those who smashed the like button, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here. It's your boy, the Gifted One here, people. And I'm gone.